What's up, buddy?
What up?
What's going on, man? It's good to see you. How you doing?
Oh, just living this COVID life.
God, right? Is it hot as balls down there too?
Seriously, I was sweating like a hooker in a church all day today.
Nice.
Yeah, it was pretty disgusting.
Sweating like a Catholic at confessional at Christmas time, huh?
Yeah, pretty much. All right, everybody. Thank you for tuning into the Liberty Risk Podcast. I'm Billy.
And I'm Hugh. And as always, I'm on fucking fire tonight. Mostly because it's hot as fucking balls in my house, dude.
Yeah, because did you have an air conditioning issue or something?
Bro, check this out. I got home from work yesterday and it was 90 fucking degrees in my house.
Yeah, that's a big fucking no.
Bro, I felt like every human that's ever been shit out of something in a sci-fi movie.
What the fuck?
I'm just like laying in bed, like blah, 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 like fucking bullshit. Like I'm melting into my fucking mattress.
So
it was,
disgusting.
dude. It was terrible.
So
and so I fucking balls. I clicked the wrong button again. So I ended up sleeping downstairs last night on my couch on top of a towel. I was sweating so bad.
Yeah,
And get the fuck out of here.
put a shot of Tito's in it.
Get the fuck out.
Fuck you. You're welcome.
So
wow, Gavin, you fucking tool.
I know, right? What a douche. So I put in a trouble ticket. I call Abrams Realty calls me and they're like, hey, that's
okay, Marine.
Of course, the world's okay. It's Marine loves a good
love it.
So I called the realty place. They're like, we called so and so. They're gonna come out. So the HVAC company calls me and they're like, hey, somebody's gonna come out to you in like an hour. So that's at 5:30. So I'm thinking at 6:30, 7 o'clock, somebody will be out here. At 8:30, nobody has shown up. It's 91 degrees in my house.
No.
I call, nobody answers. So I just leave a message. I'm like, I don't know if you're 24 hours, but it's 91 degrees in my house. It's miserable. I was told by somebody in your office, someone would be out here. Nobody came. So please call me in the morning. I need this rectified. 10 o'clock, somebody calls me back. 10 o'clock at night.
10 o'clock at night.
Yeah. So
that's a big negative Ghost Rider pattern.
Yeah. So they tell me, oh, nobody was going to come out. It was put on it was supposed to be put on the dispatch, but it wasn't. That was an arrangement made between Abrams and us that somebody was going to come out. So I don't really know what happened with that. And I'm like, it's 10 o'clock.
This is how we lie to our customers and tell them a bunch of bullshit because we all sleeping.
Gets even worse. Even worse.
Jesus Christmas.
So I go to work today, and at like 9 o'clock, I call the realty company, and I leave a voicemail. They call me back, and they said, oh, is it still not working? What do you mean still?
I don't know why I heard a Chinese person just said, either air conditioner not to work right away.
So, bro, they said they talked to the company and they said, hey, we went out and fixed it last night. What do you mean it's not working?
D's nuts.
I'm like, nobody came out. And she goes, well, they said they went out. And I'm like, well, they're lying.
Yeah, they are lying.
And she's like, well, I have a trouble ticket right here that says your capacitor was bad. The unit was overheating. They tripped the breaker. They put in a new capacitor, and you should be good. And I'm like, okay. And they said they did that at my house. She's like, yeah. I'm like, okay. Listen, I'm not disputing the work happened. I'm just disputing where, because it's impossible that somebody got into my backyard last night without my knowing. And she's like, well, they said they didn't disturb you. And I'm like, it would have been impossible not to disturb me. It was calm and clear last night, and there's no way. Because I have a security camera that I can see all access into my house, and I get a little ba-ding every time there's motion. And since I have no recorded video and I had no ba-dings at this last night.
You had no. Okay.
At the time they said they got here, I'm inclined to think that they're lying. So she's like, oh, we didn't know that. Hold on. Let me call you right back.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Had the come to Jesus moment.
Lay down. So, like 3 minutes later, this company calls me and they're like, hey, what's the best time to get out there today? I'm like, oh, at 5:45 when I get home from work. Okay, what if we're done earlier? I'm like, I don't care if you're done earlier. You'll be here at 5:45.
Facts, Taylor. Facts.
So I get down here. I talk to the guy, and I thought I'll give him the benefit of the doubt because I don't know if he was working last night. I don't know if he knows anything. So he tells me the exact problem that they told me was wrong, and they allegedly fixed. So I called I called my rental company back. I was like, "Listen, I just want you to know that dude told me exactly what you told me, but I didn't tell him about our interaction. So somebody's going to need to get their shit together because, frankly, that was a load of absolute BS that I had to go almost 48 hours with a broken AC."
So is this a company that
I rent from? And then the landlords have an agreement with this HVAC company.
Oh, so they're a management company that your landlord uses. And
yeah, but you got to put management in parentheses because every time they do work out here, it's like a solid C work. I mean, like you saw the floors.
Solid C, just it's mediocre. Yeah. We show up.
And we do some stuff.
We might not know what we're doing.
Yeah,
but we'll move a wrench.
Yeah, we'll be here and you'll pay us, and it was nice.
That's nice. Cute.
Yeah, like my floor when they had the floor redone downstairs, they put in the panels, and they have like gaps like this between the fat ends of the panels. Like I can shuffle them back and forth.
Oh.
And they stop the tile in the kitchen before it goes into the laundry room. There's just like the old linoleum visible. So I don't really know what was going on. So management's a pretty loose term.
Drunk. That's what they were.
Yeah, right. Fucking idiots, man. Yo, so did you go back and check Monday's episode?
Dude, your mother.
I'm a little upset.
Dude, your mother, I'm telling you right now, your mother was absolutely.
I'm a little upset that we started this.
Why is that the best episode?
To do whatever we could to de-stress and help other people alleviate some stress.
Yeah,
and your mom help veterans. And the episode where my mom comes on and talks about my schmeckle at 16 months old is getting about 1,000 views a day.
When she said that shit, dude, I lost my fucking mind. All I could think about is
hashtag the bottom third dick sucks.
Yes. All I could think about is that stupid movie with Adam Sandler with the remote. What the hell was it?
Click.
What was it?
Click.
Yes, where his parents said that to him. You're like, oh, that's so cute. You had a little schmeckle.
Yeah. Debbie's getting 900 views a day, and no, that's supposed to be an equal sign. I mean, it is where I derive all my power. Yeah, it's pretty funny. I think what's even better than that though is that people have fully blocked. So like you can go back and check and see if anybody's blocked us because of that video. Yep. We have 3 people who blocked all of our content entirely. So apparently my mom, we've only got like 1 or 2 people on an episode. She got 3. So good job, Debbie.
I just find it hilarious that your mother was just being herself. She's absolutely hilarious. Yeah. I just want to know the turds that are out there. Like, oh my God, she's so offensive. It's like, those are the people you want to put in the front of the riot when the cops start shooting.
Yeah, she'd probably call them conservatives, but only because her dad. Yeah, my grandfather used to watch Bill O'Reilly. He loved Bill O'Reilly, and whenever he could see that my mom was getting upset at something that was being said, he would always be like, "Oh, it's those damn liberals," and like shoot my mom an ugly, dirty look. Woe is her for caring about people and how the world does.
Dude, she absolutely hilarious, dude. I can't go over. We have to have her back on the show.
Oh yeah, I'm sure she'll. I mean, it's not like she needs a reason to smoke weed and drink a 12-pack of beer and then.
How much did she smoke before? I want to know the quantity that she smoked.
Well, like, because she seemed really high, or you couldn't tell that she was high.
She was high as a fucking kite, bro.
Oh no. That was pretty low actually. But because she's up visiting our sister, she probably wasn't that high. I'd say like at two bowls or so. Oh yeah. Yeah, she sent. So when Mike and I were working together, she sent both of us, not a group care package. I got one and Mike got one.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Yeah, she's good like that.
That is awesome. Now she knows. I can definitely say she without ever seeing one, I bet you she does not slouch on the care package.
No, dude. I've been telling my mom for years. I mean, she's gonna wake up sometimes.
Wake and bake.
Yeah. I've been telling her for years, like I don't eat a lot of candy. I love M&M peanuts, but like if I'm going to the fucking store, I'm gonna buy the big gallon bag, and that'll be it for the quarter. She neglects to listen, and every time I'm deployed, I get candy at all the high holidays. Thanksgiving, Halloween, Christmas, Easter, even Valentine's Day. She'll just go buy like Valentine's candy because she knows that it's like chocolate and sugary.
Puts her arm in the shelf and just moves the card.
And I'm always like, Mom, I don't eat candy. Like I might have a treat every now and then, but like I don't eat candy. She's like, oh well, you can just pass it. I'm like, I don't fucking like these people. I'm not giving them this shit. Like I'm gonna eat it on principle now.
I'm not giving them a damn thing.
She's like, did you when on the last mode? She's like, I did, yeah. She or not her. My brother sent me the gummy pack of gummy shaped dicks. You can send people. It says eat a bag of dicks.
Yeah. Didn't the disgruntled vets?
Oh yeah, they sent them to like Congress people and senators and whatnot. And then there was like,
they sent them to
stop harassing us. We're your leaders. Oh.
Yeah, they sent them to like all the liberal senators and congressmen and women. It was absolutely hilarious.
Yeah. So yeah, my brother sent some of that stuff, and then my mom thought it was hilarious. I'm pretty sure she bought some.
Oh my god!
Yeah, like to keep in the pantry to hand out for snacks to the kids. Oh yeah, that's what she's.
Dude, have you seen some crazy ass protest signs?
I've seen some really, really good ones, and I think for Monday's show, I'm gonna make 2 games. I'm gonna make one that's like a round robin of the best signs, because one of my favorite ones is, thanks Felicia, we appreciate you. One of my favorite signs that I've seen, dude, is the black dude holding up the sign. It's like, your daughters love every inch of us. Why can't you?
What? That's
yes. Those are the best ones.
That's awesome.
Those are the best ones.
That's like the one we were talking about in the green room. I saw the guy says, "Please stop making V6 Camaros." Like,
those are people. Yeah, those are people that believe in what they're talking about.
It's just, he looks so serious. He was just like,
yeah, please stop.
Very angry.
Camaros, yeah. If you did we talk about blowing your enlistment load on a new car and only getting a 3.0 or a 3.5?
Yeah, we talked about that a few. Like I think it was like the episode just before we went to Makers.
I still believe it, man. If you blow your fucking wad, you don't get the fucking 5.0 or the top of the line on that sports car. Just take your 3.5 or your 3.0 and drive it off a cliff. Be done with yourself. And no, I don't want to rename. That's today. That's the meme of the day. It's like a mixed fucking bag this year, you know? And it's not
dude, it's just this whole year is just completely fucked. Like I was talking about this with one of my customers. There's an older lady, and she was just like, I never thought in my lifetime I'd never see anything like this. But I'm staring at her. I was like, bitch, we all know you were around when the Spanish flu hit. Like, stop.
Yeah, right
now.
Well,
like, come on.
You were here.
Don't try to play this off. Like you're old as shit.
Yeah, she was around when they used to call it GRID, not AIDS. She was around for fucking Vietnam and Korea. Gay-related infectious disorder. GRID.
Wow. I didn't know that. That's horrible. AIDS is monkey fucking disease. That's what that is.
Oh, speaking of monkey fucking, in India, apparently some monkeys got a vial of it, and is fucking jumping around or some shit. I keep seeing little. I don't know if they're farce articles or whatnot, but if they even are remotely true, there's a monkey somewhere in India running around with a vial of it. Which, you know, at this point, it's kind of like, what else you got?
Why not?
Yeah.
Thank you, 2020.
I've seen people post the articles, the asteroid the size of whatever the Empire State Building is headed towards Earth, and I'm like, yeah, but like, why wouldn't it be? Seriously.
Yeah, seriously. Like, it's just 2020 is the most fucked up year.
Yellowstone's having earthquakes. Okay. I mean,
dude, did you see that?
Yeah, I saw. I think the most depressing part was though, like apparently if it erupts, barely any of it's going to cover California, and I kind of feel like that's just wasted energy.
Do you ever listen to Tool, the rock group Tool?
No, but I'm straight.
Shut up! It's not even. I knew that was coming. You're a fucking idiot. Anyway, they have an album. They used to back in the '90s. They had an album cover, and for anyone that listens to this non-gay rock group, it was actually a 3D hologram. So you'd move the CD back and forth, and it was California splitting off from the rest of the U.S.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was my favorite album cover ever.
To be clear, I don't dislike Tool. I just don't like them the way other people who like Tool like them. And they're one of those like if you if they like Tool, that's like all they listen to. Like, oh, this is their mega amped Redux re-release doubleheader whammy strike album. I'm like, okay.
Whammy strike album. No, but you're right. It's like I feel like there's with rock groups like that. It's there's Tool, Dave Matthews Band.
Oh yeah, Dave Matthews.
Those fucking like I like Dave Matthews. I'll listen to Dave Matthews. Like if it's on, I'm not gonna check. Like I won't. I'm like, oh fuck this. I'm not listening.
Yeah, like you enjoy it, but it's just like those people feel as strongly about bands like that as society seems to about hating Nickelback.
It's so bad. Nickelback. It's like I don't even. We tried.
I literally don't know what they did.
Didn't we try? We tried Googling this last weekend, didn't we?
We tried Googling what did Nickelback do, and I think Google and Siri both said like don't ask questions or something to that effect. Yeah.
Oh, dude. Oh, Chris. Yeah, I have to say, yeah, that's one of the best. That was one of their best albums. Have you ever seen that album cover?
Yeah, I've seen it. I didn't recognize it at first. That is a good one.
Put it up on the screen real quick.
Oh, baby, smoking cigarettes.
Share the screen share it, Dale. But yeah, so there's Tool, Dave Matthews. For some reason, like when I was growing up, it was like the Grateful Dead.
Grateful Dead. That's a good one. Little baby smokes cigarettes. Huh.
Look at this. Oh yeah, it was my golden fleece diaper, my angel wings.
Yeah, that was like
7 pound, 8 ounce baby.
Back when you could do whatever you want to, and people would get angry, but it was like I gotta go to work though. So
yeah, so it was like Grateful Dead, and then who else? Fish. I can't fucking stand. I can't fucking stand people that listen to Fish.
I think I can comfortably say I've never heard a Fish song that I recognize.
Me either. I refuse to because it was like these wannabe. When I was growing up, so when I was in high school in the mid to late 90s.
Way to age yourself. Carry on.
Chris, we're talking about 1990s, not 1890s when you went to school. So when I was in school, high school from the mid to late 90s, you had these fucking clowns that were wearing like the tie-dye shirts with the cargo short pants and were wearing the Jesus sandals with the socks, growing out the beards and growing long hair and not washing it. And then they're like, man, Fish is life, bro. I'm like, look, you only fucking smoke weed because you think that if you smoke weed and listen to Fish, your life is complete. And what you need to do is go join the other guy that was in the bathroom last week and overdose and make the world a better place.
Felicia says Pink Floyd. People either love or they hate Pete Floyd. I'm inclined to agree with her.
Pink Floyd. So like I listen. See, I like. I've never listened to Fish, but I'll listen to Dave Matthews. I'll listen to Tool, but it's not something where I'm like obsessed.
No, and I can't honestly think of something that I'll tell you what. Every time I go to the gym. Fish guys.
Yeah, see,
a couple years ago
been put in like the fucking northeastern part of Canada, and then we should have bombed them.
A couple years ago in Jacksonville, I met a dude who had been to 97 Fish shows.
Does he still breastfeed?
I mean, he's probably carrying around like a 900-foot umbilical cord.
Now, see, like my favorite from that era. So, like, if we're gonna talk about that rock era, Okay, that grunge rock era, like my favorite group that I could just listen to nonstop.
Mm.
But I'm not like, oh, they're fucking everything. They're the only group ever to fucking mean shit. Alice in Chains.
Okay, that's good. That's a good one.
But I could listen to, like, I could literally go on Spotify and just listen to all their albums.
Alice in Chains, yeah.
But I'm not one of those clowns that's like, this is the only fucking group that ever fucking mattered. This is the only group that ever did anything. You know what I mean? I'm like,
yeah.
I've never been like,
I always
those
listen to Rise
drive me
Against when I
nuts.
go to the gym. But if like I didn't, you know, if I never heard Rise Against ever again on the radio, like I probably wouldn't even think about it.
Yes. Because I grew up in that generation when it was like hip hop was just becoming mainstream.
Yeah.
So it was like my father would listen to like, you know, the Led Zeppelin, the Cat Stevens, Jimi Hendrix, all that stuff going up to like when Eric Clapton was with Cream. You know, like when he was in a group and he wasn't a solo artist. Like
back in Darius Rucker.
Yeah, but then my father like progressed into then my father progressed into like one of the first CD. So we're going back then. So like the first CD I ever owned, my father bought me because he liked them, was the Blind Melon album.
Wow. Really?
So like my father, like No Rain is one of my favorite songs. So it's like that's going back. Yeah, it was like a fat little girl.
Yeah.
Or a guy. Actually, I think it was a guy with glasses in like a bumblebee costume.
I think it's a little girl. I think it's supposed to be a little girl. I remember this was like their only hit too.
That was what I loved about having CDs, was because they always had controversial for like the political statements. Then these were that was a very controversial album cover because it was like they were almost making fun of it. That's the way it was taken. Yeah, like Nirvana.
Oh yeah, with
the naked baby in the pool.
Yeah,
and like the baby's dick is just there. Like if that album cover came out right now, you would literally see Antifa people in the middle of the street just fucking and just blow their fucking.
Yo, that's so funny too, because you know, so now. What was it? A couple, maybe a week or so ago, Jimmy Fallon apologized for doing blackface.
Such bullshit.
Right. So I've been watching 30 Rock, and they straight up did a blackface skit on this show, where the woman, Jane Krakowski, plays a black male football player at as a Halloween costume.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can't get away with that shit anymore, and I mean, okay, maybe it is a sign of the times, maybe it's not. I don't fucking know. But that doesn't make it any less funny when it happened. And when the Nirvana album came out and they're like, oh my God, this is a baby's penis. I mean, like, but like computers have come a long way, like Dancing Baby.
See, to me, it's just a baby.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't take offense to it. What drives me nuts is.
Well, hold on though. See, you gotta be careful how you say that, because if you're like, oh yeah, baby penises don't offend me, you almost.
Because I knew the context of the photo. Like, it wasn't meant in a sexual connotation. You know what I mean?
Yeah, people shoot you a little.
But I see what you're saying. No,
weird, because you start coming off like Jimmy Epstein.
Fuck.
Who did not kill himself, by the way.
Yeah.
Just a little reminder.
It's just it's stupid. Like nowadays, everyone's gets fucking butthurt and everything. It's ridiculous. And if Jimmy Fallon had to apologize for that, then every fucking stand-up comedian ever that made a racial fucking joke needs to apologize for every fucking bit that they ever did.
And they won't.
Because I don't know how many white comedians, how many black comedians, how many Asian comedians use race. We go on Netflix right now.
Oh yeah. Bill Burr talks about his black wife every episode, and that shit's still funny.
Use race to literally racism, racist jokes to fill their pockets with millions of dollars.
Yeah, and I'm all about it. Shit's hilarious.
Yeah, I
they're either all funny or none of them are funny.
The only person I agreed with was when Kevin Hart, remember a few years ago, had the Oscar controversy.
I don't remember.
They said you need to. Okay, so Kevin Hart was asked to host the Oscars.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, years ago, probably about 2 years ago. Correct me for everyone that's watching if I'm wrong, but within the last 2 years, was asked to host the Oscars, and then all of a sudden, because of technology, this one pansy fuck got offended at some jokes he made
way back when.
It had gay connotations. It had something to do with his son.
I do remember that. Yeah,
his son was going to play with a certain toy, and it was a girl's toy. He's like, "Don't do that. It's gay." You know, like
yeah. Ain't nobody got time for that. That's just hilarious. Either all.
But Kevin Hart. Now, where I'm going with this is Kevin Hart said, "No, I've already acknowledged this. I'm not fucking apologizing again.
Yeah,
I've already apologized for that joke when it first came out, and there was an issue then. So now I don't want to fucking host the Oscars because I'm not fucking apologizing because, or it wasn't. I'm sorry, it wasn't that he said he doesn't want to host it. It was, well, either you apologize or you don't host the Oscars. And he was like, well, I guess I'm not hosting the Oscars because I've already said sorry for it. I'm not going to keep saying sorry for something. You're beating a dead horse.
Good for him.
Yeah, no, it was awesome. I felt like a moment where stop being a bitch.
Yeah.
Suck it the fuck up. Now, don't get me wrong. And you know what's funny is Dave Chappelle said this in his stand-up recently. It's like, and Joe Rogan said in a stand-up, it's almost like when you say something now, you have to put a disclaimer behind it. I am the furthest thing. I think every vet, 99.9% of veterans out there are the furthest thing from racist because we have to fight and work alongside. That's one of the reasons I love the military is because of the diversity of people from other countries, cultural backgrounds, and all that stuff. But we're all, at the end of the day, there's one mission.
I don't know. I agree with you to an extent. I don't know that we're not racist. I just think we're better at hiding it.
I'm like,
because and the reason I say this is, if in the military, you don't get to have opinions.
No, your First Amendment right's gone.
Yeah, so like when I was at drill one weekend, they were talking about the first transgender, right? And the memo came out, and they're like, "This is what we're gonna do. This is what we're not gonna do." And one of the guys made some comment, and I was like, "Hey, why did you think that was an appropriate thing to say?" He's like, "Well, I don't think," and I'm like, "Yeah, no shit. It's not your fucking job to think. Just do what you're fucking told. Do what the memo fucking says." And so I'm not saying that people in the military are less racist or maybe less racially inclined. I just think we're better at hiding it because I think we
gotta choke it down.
Yeah, we wrap our heads around like, you know what? That's not my fucking place. So, or maybe this isn't the place for it, and then they just take it home and start throwing all the racial slurs out on the walls and whatnot. Like, I don't know. Whatever.
I'm just sick and tired. I'm just sick and tired of the butt hurt generation that's coming through now.
Yeah, the blaming generation. I think
I hate this.
And a couple other ones have
the
said
generation that puts their hand out and they go, "Why is my hand empty?" Well, you haven't fucking worked for anything. Well, my hand should be full. Well, earn it. No, I don't have to earn it. It should be given. Get the fuck out of here.
Bunch of punk bitches.
Yeah. Anyway, now that I went off on that tangent.
Do you have a lot of people on your Facebook saying they want things to go back to normal?
You know, it's funny. It's funny you say that, dude. It's almost. I'm sick and tired of hearing this is the new normal. What really was normal?
Yeah, because
like, are we talking about we got to go to the movies and we didn't care? Like, we could fucking sneeze on someone in line and you didn't give a shit because you're an asshole.
This is another.
Is that what we're talking about? Is that normal?
If you, I feel like when I hear somebody say, "I wish things would go back to normal," what I heard was, "I'm too stupid to create a proper sentence to describe my actual desires in life." Because normal to me sounds like you want Harvey Weinstein to get away with it and pretend like you're not a shitty mother, Karen. And that's not the fucking case. You are a shitty fucking parent, and Harvey Weinstein didn't deserve to get away with it, and that's actually what happened. So
Yeah, I just don't. I don't know
what
what
is normal. Oh well, what I meant to say was, why don't you fucking say that then? Why don't you stop? And if you want to, go ahead and take this little piece out of the video and plug it into your little political protest riot thingy. If you want to start a fucking dialogue, stop speaking in wide sweeping sentences and talk with some goddamn detail.
Yes.
If you can't say, hey man, I really wish I could go back to the movies. Oh, okay. Yeah, I wish that too. Apparently AMC is about to go tits up, losing like $2 billion this quarter or some shit.
Yeah, it's really sad. And it's sad, like in that aspect, it's we've talked about this too. The new normal for working is probably going to be a lot of working from home.
Yeah. And my buddy Wayne said his Master Chief told him it's okay to have an opinion as long as you keep it to yourself.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's really right.
So great.
I mean, you've heard me tell people you're entitled to your opinion, even if it's wrong.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, fuck, whatever.
Yeah, so like if we're like, I want things to go back to normal. I want things to go back to normal. You used to bitch about a 40-hour work week. Now you're working from home, and you're like, I don't want to stay in the house. Turns out my kids suck, and I'm terrible at life.
Yeah, I'm not a good parent, and I'm realizing it more now that they're here every day.
I can't believe I keep letting shitty men dump their load into me, and then having to reap these terrible benefits. While I'm also making more money on unemployment than I did while working. But
that's funny you said that. That's funny you said that. One of my customers, we were talking about this today because they were asking how we're doing, how my company that I work for is doing through this whole pandemic. And she goes, yeah, it makes me sick. I got 3 people here that refuse to come back to work because they're getting more in unemployment than they would from us. Yeah. And I'm almost like, why don't you fucking pay them a little more? Like, I don't know what the fuck to tell you that.
The other, because they're not making money on like just unemployment, right? Aren't they making like subsidized money as well?
Yeah, I don't know how it works because I actually want to be in the workforce like you do. You know what I mean?
I wonder. I think it's gonna be pretty funny. I think if companies are like, if you exercise your right not to come back to work when you had the opportunity, you now do not have a job. I think you should be allowed to fire them without having to. My buddy Wayne says the only normal is on a washing machine.
Well, this is like what those states are. What is it? The right
to work. Right to work.
Are we right to work state? So yeah, North Carolina, like you can fucking breathe air the wrong way, and your boss is like, "Get the fuck out of my office, you're fired."
Yeah, well, but the thing with that is that you're allowed to file complaints against these companies.
Crystal, are you serious?
Yeah, yes, that's what. Yes, so you get unemployment plus extra money, so another $2,400 a month. And I don't know if that's everywhere. I know that's here in Virginia. Crystal, that might be. Let me know if that's everywhere or just in Virginia. That's a lot of fucking money. And you're not spending.
Now there's a difference. There's a difference because I know there's small business owners that can collect
businesses.
No, listen, they can collect that unemployment, special unemployment. That's just those numbers are the same, but those people are going back to work as soon as they're allowed. My point is, the assholes that are milking this shit. Yeah,
I think so. If you get fired, you're allowed to. First of all, you're allowed to sue anybody for any reason. Yeah, Florida unemployment's like $275 a week regularly. Like when you come back from active duty, wow. Taylor, you need to tell Jenna to get her head out of her ass. If you get fired, if you have the right to sue anybody for any reason whatsoever. There's nothing illegal about that.
Yep.
You will be wasting money if it's for a dumb reason. So you can sue your company for wrongful termination, even in a right to work state. You just have to be able to build a solid case.
Yeah.
I think you should waive that right as soon as you have the opportunity to go back to work and choose not to without a damn good reason. Now, I don't ask me what those reasons are. I make zero money on this podcast. We don't have any sponsors or ads that make us money. I'm not pandering to any companies. So I don't feel obligated to come up with what those reasons would be. But they better be fucking good. They better be the kinds of reasons where, like, if you gave them a sassy, middle-aged, slightly overweight black woman doesn't go,
Why does it have to be a black woman, dude?
Because
you realize what's going on right there?
Yeah, because listen, NBC, MSNBC, Fox, CBS, TBS, TNT, all stereotype the same character that does that. You all saw the same person in your mind's eye. Please do not pretend like you did not.
Yes, this is true. So, actually, speaking of that, you know what pisses me off? So,
not winning the lottery?
That all the time, dude. God, I pick the same numbers like an idiot over and over and
I think
over.
I'd go down to Venezuela and just start tossing $1 bills down in Venezuela.
Why are we in Venezuela?
Because I can't get over the fact that their money had no value for a lengthy period of time, and I want to just show them what a strong economy, regardless of it being on fire like the 1990s LA riots, still can do.
Their money. That's
I
true,
want
though.
them
Their money
to
has
know.
It's like one of the most corrupt places in the world. Like even
if we commit genocide in America against pick some sort of skin color, that we will still be on top of the world stage. It doesn't matter what we do. You can complain all you want to about our politics, our military affairs, our president, our government. And I mean, I'll agree with you. Our people are pretty fucking stupid. A person is smart, but people are stupid.
Yeah,
you can complain about anything you want to in this fucking country, but you know what? At the end of the goddamn day, we're still the fucking best because there are only two types of countries in the world, man. Those who use the metric system and those who've been to the moon. And I just want to be clear. There are 3 countries that don't use the metric system. One of them is Burma, and the other one is a small country in Africa.
Who lives in Burma?
But Burma has like the GDP of Montana, and I think the other one has like the GDP of Delaware. So who fucking cares?
Oh my god! Oh my god!
I did look that up just so that when somebody goes, "There are 3," I could go, "Yeah, but," and they'd be like, "Oh dang, well, I was not prepared for a follow-up."
Oh, we're having some technical difficulties. Oh, Hugh's feed just blocked out. Are you back?
What the hell? I'm live on my end. Can you hear me?
Oh, damn it. I should have taken what you did to me. Be like, yes, I get to fucking host the show alone.
Yep, well, opportunity lost.
I missed
now,
it. Yep,
now that I'm done going on a tirade.
Click your camera off. Click your camera off.
I'm not going to be wearing clothes if I come back on, man. It's so hot, bitch.
Dude, I'm so glad it's not 87 degrees in your house.
Oh, yeah, it'd be fucking miserable. So now that I'm done going off on my rant about how America is the greatest country in the world, regardless of the socioeconomic problems we have, what is it that was pissing you off, Billy?
I totally fucking forgot.
My bad.
Just totally forgot what I was talking about.
Yeah, my bad.
No, I'm tired of the fucking whiny bullshit. Oh,
you remember?
No, this is something else. The what I'm enjoying is the videos of people in random fucking neighborhoods throughout the United States, because it's official that we've had protests in all 50 states.
Even Alaska?
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. Fox News reported that the other day. They showed a map of all 50 states, all red.
Nice.
Indicating that there's
25 National Guards are out now too.
It's the videos of people, like people in a random neighborhood, they're like, oh my God, look at this, blah, 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 blah. And it's like pallets of bricks around protest routes. Mm-hmm. Did you see the video of the cops? I forget. Where was it? I want to say, I can't remember. But the protesters were pre-staging like bottles of water and all this stuff to like keep just the
med kit where the cops like slashed all the water,
and like destroyed the med kits and all this shit. Yeah, because
I saw that.
The riot, yeah, that's awesome.
You know what's even better than that though, man, is one of my buddies posted it, and the article's like, cops destroy medicine area, dump water all over the place, and he goes, in their defense, water and sodium pentothal do look the same.
The best was the cops baited a group of Antifa and other protesters they were getting to go to a bridge, and then they blocked off each side of the bridge.
They just started arresting them. Yeah.
And arrested everyone on the bridge for impeding traffic.
There are some really great opportunities at like snarky lines, and with the amount of cameras and phones out there, I know somebody is going to get them.
Really, it was North.
It was Asheville. That's right, it was in Asheville. Billy, get your shit together.
God, fuck you.
I think there's a lot of
talents.
good opportunities for snarky comments because I just want somebody to be like recording, like, oh my God, look what's going on out here. And somebody to be like, you can't do this. You tricked us into being on this bridge. And just one cop to be like, yo, we have a show called Bait Car. It's one of our highest watched programs. So we can do it.
Seriously, it's so awesome.
Yeah, right?
Oh, dude.
I love to get arrested in New Orleans by Sylvester, not Sylvester Stallone, by Steven Seagal.
Yep, I watched the same thing. Yep. The best is I love the Bait Car thing where they put the camera. It's like a weird like side profile, but it's like down.
Yeah.
It's like a fisheye lens.
Yeah.
And the best is when that fucking car, they're doing like 50, 60 miles an hour, and they're like, they're doing all this shit. Yeah. And then it's just
yeah.
And then you hear and all the fucking doors lock and they're just fucking freaking the fuck out.
Oh shit! And they're like kicking out the windows and whatnot.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the cops are like, ooh, get on the ground. Like,
yeah. Good luck kicking that out. Spent our whole year's budget on those windows.
Oh, Chris, see, that pisses me off that Crystal put that there. That's North Carolina. Asheville is one of those towns in North Carolina where everyone listens to fucking Grateful Dead and wears fucking Birkenstocks.
Well, I wonder if, you know what? I kind of want to think that Grateful Dead is from that area.
No.
No? Okay, calm down.
No. It can't happen. Stop. You're ruining so much for me.
Let's go to the Wikipedia page so I don't have to do any actual looking.
Yeah, just because
you're fine. Palo Alto, California. My bad.
Oh, because that's a good state.
Thank God for you. Yo, let's crack open a couple of pod decks to wrap up the weekend. Dealer's choice, man.
We'll go with.
Oh, bro, you can't knock over the black one. Oh. Get your shit together. Be better, Billy.
You do better, Hugh. Do better.
I want to say I expect more of you, but you did used to be a cop, so
don't tell people that. I don't want my house getting burnt down.
Oh, don't worry. It'll be because you're, of the Anglo skin tone.
Anglo skin tone.
The not been sun kissed.
Not been. See, I got the Italian genes, man. So I just got to go outside and like during the day, like give me like 3 or 4 straight days, and I'll look
like this for a little bit.
Hey, yeah, he's looking over here. Forget about it. Oh, so gross. So gross.
I know, right? Hashtag one team, one fight. Hashtag teamwork makes the dream work.
Ew. I feel dirty. I gotta take a shower.
That's probably just the booby sweat from the high humidity you got down there.
I gotta go take a shower and wash off all the gay.
Hashtag sorry, not sorry.
Hashtag who gives a fuck.
That's an interview deck, right?
That's the interview deck. Yeah, no, I can't do that right now. That's the interview deck. Episode deck.
Just like throwing our sponsors' gear all over the place. Look, guys, very durable.
Hey, look, we did purchase all 5 of them.
Great airtime, guys. That's a video.
Pick a number. 17.
Think a lot of veterans are going to start hating Jim Mattis now?
All right, here we go. Quick question. Would you rather have creamy or chunky peanut butter?
Chunky.
No, listen. You really need to think about your fucking answer before you fucking. You can't just shut the fuck up for a second. Listen, this is actual very fucking important.
Yeah,
being an American.
Right. Okay, Gavin, how many chunky peanut butter things are in the Lazy Susan downstairs?
Oh my God, you actually called it a Lazy Susan.
Lazy Susan, and I'm a cultured SOB.
Dude, stop. You answered this way too quick. I'm going to throw up.
It's definitely chunky.
Oh, God, dude, what is wrong with you? Why would you do that?
First of all, it's quicker to go over a list of things that are right with me
This is the shortest list I've ever said.
Second of all, we're talking about my 14-month-old schmeckle. Second of all, it's chunky and raspberry jam.
Oh my god! Oh, what? I could do the raspberry or strawberry. Raspberry or strawberry.
I don't like jams or jellies or preserves or whatever with fruit chunks in it.
Oh,
I don't like when I like because you do the strawberries and there's like
you don't like the jam with the fruit chunks, but you want chunky fucking peanut butter.
It's different.
No, that's fucked up and stupid.
No, it's not. It's a consistency thing. Just like so, check it out. When you have chunky peanut butter, you know that there's smooth peanut butter spread and there are peanuts in it. That is expected. But what the consistency difference between a strawberry and strawberry jam are very drastic. So when I'm biting into a peanut butter and strawberry jelly sandwich and I crunch, or we'll call it a smooth glide, into a strawberry piece, that shit.
What the fuck? Dude, you said that so gay. A smooth glide. What the
It's
fuck?
just like if you go to eat like fucking lasagna or soup. Soup is a better one. If you go to eat soup, it's soup you expect to have a certain consistency.
New England clam chowder.
Yeah. But if you start crunching on some celery or some carrots, then you don't have soup. You have broth with unprepared soup products in it.
Unprepared soup product. I love the way you just fucking broke that.
I don't like the change in consistency. If it's supposed to be crunchy, that's fine. But if I go to eat a fucking lasagna and there's like half of a fucking tomato that didn't get cooked all the way, so it's like biting into the raw tomato, that's not a lasagna.
I feel like chunky peanut butter is the assholes who make it are lazy at the fucking factory and just said, we were halfway there.
Yeah.
Fuck.
And then they were like, hey, Paul. Yeah, so last week's order, silver lining. Good news, bad news. Fucked up. But also.
So gross. Don't do it.
All right.
That's so gross. I'm fucking coming to your house and going into your Lazy Susan and I'm lighting it on fire.
Well, don't do that. You'll get rid of the pure clove honey.
Oh, God, dude.
That and cockroaches will survive.
Sure you don't listen to Grateful Dead or Fish?
No. I'm not sure. But remember, I also don't know if I know any Fish songs. Because I'm straight.
Okay, here's a good question, dude. This is literally...
Let's hear it.
These people actually exist. Would you rather have your head be too big for your body or your hands that are too small for your size? So, midgets.
Hands that are too small. Like that Whopper commercial?
Like the little raptor arm.
Like the little Whopper commercial where the guy's like, I want to eat this big Whopper, but I just have such tiny hands.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Take a strong hand, child.
Strong hand.
Just over here. Just stuff that turkey. Just go ahead and just jam it in there.
I've seen the big head people, and I always feel like their eyes are too close together, and it creeps me out. And
like someone was just like, boop.
Yeah, and I know people who have underdeveloped hands, and those are somehow less weird because you can still hold a beer, and frankly, your Johnson looks huge in those tiny hands. So, yeah, I'm gonna go with small hands.
Oh my God, look at that. What they call you, tripod.
Yeah, right? It's like a fucking oak tree down there.
No, it's like a little baby's arm holding an apple. It's so gross. So gross. So I had actually, when I was in kindergarten, I had a girl.
That's not how you want to start that story after we just talked about baby penises.
No, I'm talking about when I was in kindergarten. So I'm referring to being the same age as everyone else that I'm talking about.
In the 70s, go ahead.
Wow. Yeah, 1970s, not 1870s, Chris. Sorry. There was a girl that had the penguin hand.
Oh, she's all webbing?
It was all fused together. It looked like she had a skin mitten on.
Oh. She joined a swim team later?
Yeah, she was. Yeah, she was really good.
I imagine so. Fucking cheater.
Fucking
cheater. There was this dude I used to run against I used to run cross country in high school, and this one guy from this other school, his forehead had like this nub in it, but it wasn't like a bump. It was like everything was like almost like a vestigial horn kind of thing. and I legitimately, it wasn't like protruding a lot. It was just like formed that way. You know, so like you couldn't tell from the front. You had to turn to the side, get like a nice little angle there, be like, oh shit, there's some fucking wind resistance coming off that thing. I legit asked my coach.
Did it make like a humming noise when he ran past you?
No, but I asked he was slow. I asked my coach though, and I'm like,
he was slow.
She was like, why would it be cheating? And I'm like, because he has a physical deformity that increases his ability to run.
Yeah, he's more aerodynamic than the rest of us.
That's not how that works. And I'm like,
that's not how that works.
Lance Armstrong lost a testicle, and you've all seen how he did. So I'm inclined to think maybe we should ask some more questions. She's like, you need to get away right now. Apparently, that was not kosher.
So I'm having the next card handed to me in a second.
Oh, okay. While we're waiting for this, I just want to say when people, to those of you, first of all, stop getting knocked up.
Stop getting knocked up. Stay off the dick.
This is not the fucking time. You don't want to do this. You don't want to tell your fucking kids, at the end of the year, and like, in however many years, how tell me the story of how I got born. And then you start slamming shots of tequila or Jack Daniels or cinnamon whiskey, and you're like, it all started.
Mommy and Daddy used to have this really cool Honda Civic, and we wanted to see how big the back seat was. And then Mommy sat on my wiener.
It all started in 2016 when we shot a fucking gorilla.
Dude, you're the most upset person about Harambe.
I know.
I don't know how many times I've heard you say.
We shot that motherfucking gorilla, and now look, even murder hornets are packing it up like, nah, bro, that's not what we signed up for. Stop getting pregnant and then posting your sonogram photos on Facebook. They all look like you're carrying a tiny velociraptor. They're not cute. And frankly, nobody outside your family cares.
Just say a fucking velociraptor?
Yes. Yeah. You and your families are all in these group texts. You all communicate. Those are the only people that care about the 4-dimensional parasite growing in your lower abdomen. Please. It's not a blessing.
I feel like I wish there was a sonogram like where the fucking baby was just like, how it was always a side profile.
Well, I
like
think
how creepy would it be? How creepy would it be? Like you're seeing it on the screen and then the baby went like this.
I was like, get the fuck out of here with that thing.
Like, oh my god, what's happening?
Index and middle fingers. Ooh.
Oh yes.
Yeah, right. That would be fucking weird.
Oh, home.
Yeah. Yeah, your kid is not a fucking blessing. There's too many fucking people on this planet. We don't have the resources to stop breeding. And frankly, neither you or the other half are that quality of individual anyways, because I feel like more well-respected people keep their privacy internal. You motherfuckers are living off Facebook. It's like there's 14 billion people on this planet because a lot of you are not the same online. But
what drives me is like when you have Kathy Crackhead has fucking 12 kids and she's dragging them into Walmart. She's like, come on, guys, we got to get that new Samsung. Like, it drives me nuts.
I probably wouldn't care so much if they were the same in person as they were online. And I'm sure some people are out there like, well, I have social anxiety. Okay, well, stop being less anxious on social media then, because I mean, I can bully you just as equally online as I can.
Really, you have social anxiety? Then why do you have 7 babies with 6 different men?
I feel like you're creating like the worst possible situation. I'm even talking about people who have like 1 or 2 kids. Frankly, if you think well, this is probably gonna hurt a few feelings. I'm okay with it. If you think having a kid and starting a family is like your life's goal, get new goals. There's a lot of shit you can do. Like,
oh, absolutely.
But anyways, so
all right, here we go. We got 3 more and then we're done.
Get on my real dad.
Are you sure, son?
Oh yeah.
Would you rather spend a year living at a nudist colony or within the Amish community?
Do I have to abide by the rules of the Amish?
Of both, yes. Now think about your little schmeckle.
Well, that was when I was 14 months. Now it's at least above average.
Yeah.
I feel like in the Amish community, that probably doesn't matter that much. Probably have to do a lot of work that I don't really care to do.
They don't use nails.
I know. I see. I'd be okay if they were like, "Oh yeah, you just be a carpenter." All right, cool. I could do that. But
He said,
like, "Oh hey, what?"
He said this way too fast. Way.
Not even remotely surprised. I'm not even remotely surprised.
Yeah. You have to be nude too, Chris. And that's gross.
He probably knows that. Remember, you can't feel shame
when there's nothing there.
Can't be a walk of shame if you don't feel shame. Yeah, I'd probably have to go with the nudist too.
This body right here. This right here.
You'd be looking real hot after a year with the Amish.
This food consumption masterpiece that I've crafted over the 38 years I've been alive is not made for a nudist colony. So
you know what?
I will be proud to say that I will be the fattest guy at the Amish gathering. That will be awesome.
Well, for at least the first quarter.
A nude Amish community.
See that? At least you know what you'd be getting into, when it comes marrying season. Yeah. All right. Two more cards, right?
All right, Betty Sue, take your bonnet off. We're about to get this party started.
Yeah, right. Right?
All right, ready?
Yeah.
Would you rather, and this everyone that's watching answer these also. Would you rather have your face printed on money or your own small town named in your honor?
It's only named in my honor?
Named in your honor. Like no one will really know who the fuck you are. But if you on the $5 bill, motherfuckers. I'd go with money.
I'd go with money, but I'd want it to be like on money, like the money in Futurama. That's like, they print Nixon's face on the money and it like talks to them.
Oh yeah, it's got to be interactive dollar bills.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I'd be looking for. And I would want it to be singles so that I could be stuffed into the G-strings of strippers, but also used to pay a bar tab or to like tip somebody. Yeah, because I want to be able to comment on all the lifestyles that I'm being used for as a $1 bill.
I can't. Look what Justin said about going back to the last question.
Amish all the way? Shit, instant nut. It's because he's having flashbacks to his submarine days. That motion is very familiar to him. Yeah, I'm going with money, but only because I want to be able to comment on the things that I'm doing. Yeah,
agreed. All right, last question before we wrap this up for the evening.
You should always wrap it up. You should also always pull out, but that's just
Ziploc bag, Saran wrap, whatever you gotta do. Would you rather abolish war or find a cure for every type of cancer?
Neither.
Are both those your forms of natural selection?
Yeah. Is there a third secret option where I could just vote?
A third secret option says option C says
increase both.
Wow.
Look, war is good for business. War is why we have Cheetos and Band-Aids. And
war is why we have Cheetos and Band-Aids.
Yeah. I literally heard that on the radio yesterday morning that we were trying to figure out how to ship cheese overseas. And so they dried it and turned it into the powder. And then I think somebody bought that idea and then started coating whatever Cheetos are without the cheese powder, probably some sort of corn puff. So war is good. Okay, yeah, he just wanted to get rid of cancer. No, I'm good with both. Like, keep them. Like, pass. War creates a lot of innovation. War creates a lot of business.
It teaches you correct trigger.
Proper trigger discipline.
It teaches you correct trigger discipline.
In case there's some sort of civil riot or upheaval in your local township that you might need to defend against. It generates revenue. It generates evolution, generates progress. Yeah, so war, and then I've already said it multiple times, if I don't get 1 million dead off this coronavirus, it was energy well wasted. So I'm kind of okay if cancer sticks around. In fact,
I think worldwide we just broke 300,000.
That's not even
The best part is our country has a third of the world's deaths.
I mean, first of all, we're number one. We're number one. But
USA.
Yeah. The only thing, so for that card, which one would I rather get rid of? The only thing I'd like to get rid of is the wait time from confirmation to death of cancer. If you make it like a 6-week turnaround so people aren't suffering for so long, I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, when you start dragging this shit out for like 9 years, like, come on, let's get with it.
Yeah, it's, like, what kind of life is that? Some people, I'm not saying that everybody lives a terrible life on
Thank
cancer.
God the attorney's on speed dial.
I'm sure a lot of people live a very full life on cancer, but I imagine there's a lot of costs involved and there's a lot of hardship.
That's right.
Yeah, there you go. There's a lot of hardship involved with having to go to the hospital back and forth, the medication, and you just like feel your body get worse and worse and worse. Like 6 week turnaround, no pain. It's like, oh shit, I'm going to sleep, Betty. I'll see you never.
Nappy time.
Yeah. So that's all I got to say about that.
Oh, I gotta read you something.
Did you get an email from somebody about my language?
No, absolutely.
Am I being scolded? I hope we get so big that we get to pay somebody to screen our mail and we can read the death threats on live TV.
So I was talking to someone about the purge and what I would do, and it would. So this is the description I gave. I said, "LOL, it's okay. I just picture them running down a vacant street, and I'm perched up with a Barrett 50 cal sniper rifle with a high velocity explosive round. And when they feel they're far enough away and they can stop running and start walking down the street, I gently squeeze back on that trigger and watch them take a nap right there in the middle of the road."
In your mind, all you can hear is like, and I think to myself, what a wonderful.
No, actually, me, it's funny when they start running down the road. I hear do 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 do.
Now we're gonna get off the show, and I'm not gonna get that song out of my
Mario theme song, and then
every time one of them goes down.
Yeah. Bam. You ever see those? My favorite thing is that I gotta find it. I'm gonna put it up on the page tomorrow morning. But the the guy from Saving Private Ryan, the sniper, where he's up in the fucking tower, and then they got people like tripping, and he goes, "Yeah." And then there's a guy on a tractor in a race, and he falls.
And then pull the trigger, and the guy falls over. Yeah, that is a good one. Yeah. Find that one, throw it on the page.
I gotta throw that on the page tomorrow.
And you get to wake up to.
Yeah. All right, dude. So we're gonna be back here again Monday.
Yes, Monday. For those of you watching, I'm gonna have 2 games. We're gonna do the best protest signs and what was normal like before the pandemic. They're not gonna be right.
That's what we're all about, anyways. The politically fucking statements.
Like Chris's motto in the Marine Corps used to be: "If loving men is wrong, I don't want to be right." So.
All right.
And as always, make sure you like, follow, and share the page. We appreciate it. Helps us get traction, which we are doing. Unfortunately, my mom really had a steady hand in that. Something I'm sure she'll loiter over me at all high holidays and birthdays.
Yeah, she's definitely going to rub that in your face.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
All right, dude. So we'll be back on Monday night at 8:30. Everyone, thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you guys on Monday.
Later.